Hello everyone, Dark Kirby 14 here. Welcome to more Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap. We are part way through the final dungeon, and I will be accompanied through this part with a buddy of mine.
Hello everyone, my name is Green Draco 313.
Alright, so yeah, I'm in the final part of this dungeon, so alright, so what the first game is
The first game is let me explain. We're gonna do our wild card weekend picks for this in this video. If we have to do it in another, we have to the rest of it in another video, then we'll have to. But the first game is the Tennessee Titans versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Who do you like in that game?
It's Marcus Mariota's first road playoff game in that environment.
His first playoff game, not his first road.
Not only that, first time in the playoffs and his first playoff game in that environment.
Yeah, like it might be cold in Kansas City. And they couldn't have the same weather, so it was cold in Nashville in week 17. So let me explain about.
Saturday is expected to be.
2014, in week 1, Titans got off to a fluke win at Arrowhead. They went on to win 2-14 that year. The only other win came against Jacksonville. And then
I'm gonna.
Last year, the Titans came into Arrowhead.
I'm gonna say Kansas City, only be like a home crowd factor.
They're my team, and I think Alex Smith has more experience than Marcus Mariota does. But let me explain. The last year, easily beaten Tennessee, but Andy Reid kind of cost us that game because he was using timeouts at inappropriate times. Like there was one timeout he used when Tennessee had a big third down which gave the Titans more time to think, and then the second one he used to ice Ryan Suckup, the Chiefs' former kicker, but it would have been bad. Then when he kicked it again, it was good.
Yeah, Andy Reid has a penchant for that.
I gotta congratulate them because they're in the playoffs for the first time since the 2008 season. I remember they were 13-3 that year, and they went one and done by the Baltimore Ravens. Like I remember, like the commentator saying, if Baltimore wins this game, then they will go to the winner of the Pittsburgh-San Diego game. But if Tennessee wins, then the winner of that game will come down here. But that was with Jeff Fisher. I don't think he used Vince Young that year. I think they used, what was his name? Kerry Collins?
Yeah, Kerry Collins from Penn State, I believe.
Okay, he was I think he was one of picked by either the Panthers or Jaguars. I think he was the first pick by the Panthers in their inaugural season.
Look at that.
And Kansas City, I still gotta congratulate them. They got up to a 5-0 start. I never would have thought they would have crushed New England the way they did in that season opener. And I was at that Chiefs-Eagles game. I'll tell this one last time. 14 seconds left. The Chiefs were up by 14. Carson Wentz completes it to Nelson Aguilar for the touchdown. Then the Eagles recovered the onside kick. With 5 seconds left, the Eagles had one last chance at a Hail Mary, but they didn't get it. If they would have got it, or there was a pass interference, I'm sure they would have gotten it. And well, I'm 110% sure that Doug Peterson would have gone for 2.
Maybe.
Steal the draft. There's a lot of good running backs in this year's draft.
I think Kamara is probably the best of the class thus far.
I think so too. But Graham does have Drew Brees and Mark Ingram, but
the Saints are a pass first team. All right, what's the next game?
3 Offensive Rookie of the Year finalists are Juju Smith-Schuster, Kareem Hunt, and Alvin Kamara.
Kamara. All right.
Kamara. I just have a hard time pronouncing that.
Yeah, that's fine. So what's the next game?
Okay, the next game is the Atlanta Falcons versus the Los Angeles Rams.
This is my upset pick. I'm gonna pick the Falcons. Sorry.
4 teams returning from the playoffs from last season: New England, Pittsburgh, Kansas City, and Atlanta. The other 5 NFC teams are new, and this is the first time the Los Angeles Rams are hosting a playoff game since the '85 season. The first time since like the mid '70s that the LA Memorial Coliseum's hosting a playoff game, and it's gonna be a good game. 2 powerhouse offenses.
I have Atlanta in this one. I think Atlanta's gonna get enough.
The Falcons have the playoff experience, and the Rams don't.
The Rams also have the 28th ranked rushing defense.
Rushing defense. That's going to be an advantage for Devontae Freeman. But for how's Atlanta? Todd Gurley. I think he's one of the 3 MVP candidates, and they can do on offense. It might be an offensive shootout. Like, remember that Green Bay Arizona game in the 2009 season that ended 51-45? It could be just like that.
I think Atlanta's experience is gonna play a factor, and that's why I think
if Atlanta wins, and they're gonna go to Philadelphia, but if the Rams win, they're gonna go to Minnesota. I'm just wanting the Rams to win, so the Saints can go to Philadelphia.
Matchup wise?
I'm picking the Rams to win this game.
Is that matchup wise?
Well, what I think the Rams were trying to do in Week 7, they rested Jared Goff and Todd Gurley because I think they wanted to have the Saints or Panthers get the 3 seed and them 4 seed. That way, the Panthers and the Saints win in the divisional round, and the Rams win too. They go face Philadelphia with Nick Foles instead of Minnesota with Case Keenum.
Be careful what. That's one of those cases of be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good game. This is the most excited I've ever been for the wild card round in a very long time.
Yeah, there are a lot of good matchups. Yes.
And also, I'd like to congratulate the Rams for ending their playoff drought. First of all, the last time the Titans made the playoffs, let me go back to them real quick. The last time the Titans missed the playoffs, I was a sophomore in high school. I was 16 years old. The last time the Rams made the playoffs, they were the St. Louis Rams at that time. And I was, 2004, so I would have had to be in 6th grade. I was 12.
In 2004, I was starting high school, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, 6th grade? You were born in 92. You were born in 90.
Next game?
Hold on. You were born in 92, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, in 2004 I was starting high school. Yeah.
Okay, what were you doing in 2008?
I was graduating high school that year.
Okay, now about these next 2 teams. Who would have expected this back in the preseason? The Buffalo Bills versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville won the AFC South for the first time ever. That leaves only 3 teams that have never won their division since the 2002 division realignment. The Buffalo Bills, the Detroit Lions, and the Cleveland Browns. Detroit came close a couple times where they had a division championship game against the Packers in both 2014 and 2016, but they lost both times. The Bills, I'd like to congratulate them. 17 years, a 17-year drought. That was, at first, my Kansas City Royals had the longest playoff drought. The Orioles drought ended, the Pirates drought ended, the Royals drought ended, and then the Blue Jays drought ended.
True.
Every team made the playoffs in the 21st century. Every team every North American professional team. The longest drought now is the Seattle Mariners back when they won 116 games in 2001.
Didn't they bow out in the first round, I think it was?
No, well, they lost in the ALCS to the Yankees.
Yeah.
Lost to the Diamondbacks in Game 7 of the World Series.
Still, that Mariano Rivera's I think it's his only blown playoff save to date. I could be wrong.
Okay, but let me talk about the Bills.
Go for it.
I I don't think I'm picking the Jaguars to win this game. If I were a Bills fan, I'll show you videos about how many screaming, jumping, so excited Bills fans that were when Andy Dalton completed that 4th and 12 touchdown.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a compilation out there somewhere.
Bills, like, what were you doing in December of 1999 and January of 2000? I was 7 years old at that time.
I was going from age 9 to age 10, and I was either moving out of a recent apartment complex, or I was probably around that time I was moving, I think it was. Yeah.
It's like, this is the year of playoff drought ending. Well, Cleveland Browns, they can't get any, like, it just keeps on getting worse for them. Like, 0-16. Their joke owner says Hugh Jackson hasn't lost his magic. What magic? The magic of losing?
Well, again,
Cleveland Browns have made the playoffs more recently than the Seattle Mariners have.
Yeah, but you have to think about it this way. What did he really? Again, this is that discussion I told you about. It's like, it's hard to go to war when you don't have much in the war chest. So it's not like he kind of had to make do with what he had. So he didn't really. There really weren't a lot of options for him. So
about this Jaguars and Bills team, I looked it up. There are 13 players on the Jaguars roster that have been in a playoff game. Oh, Arsenal scored a wait. Did Arsenal? Oh, never mind.
I think there was I think it was either offsides or a foul's called, but
there are 13 players on the Jaguars roster that have been in a playoff game, and a lot of them were just like Chad Haney. He was the Chad Pennington's backup, and when the Miami Bulls,
that was a clear foul. That was an easy one too.
Hilarious Campbell. Well, he has the most playoff experience, and AJ Boy and Jalen Ramsey, that's a very good quarterback tandem, quarterback duo.
True.
Their defense is legit, but their weakness right now is their quarterback, Blake Bortles. He's having a superb year this year compared to last year. Like, Tom Brady.
Considering what he doesn't have.
Even if they don't, neither of them make the Super Bowl, I don't think they'll participate in the Pro Bowl. So we can see Phillip Rivers, Alex Smith, and Blake Bortles in the Pro Bowl this year. I think Blake Bortles, like, at the beginning of the season, like, Blake Bortles threw 5 interceptions. And I was just saying, like, give him one last year to prove himself, and he's gotten it. But the Buffalo Bills right now, well, their biggest worry, I wouldn't be worried right now, because remember, they still have 2 firsts and 2 seconds. They had 2 thirds, and they traded one of them to get Kelvin Benjamin. They need to get Shady McCoy healthy. It depends on he's healthy or not. Like, some of their defense, they have some good underrated defensive players.
True, and I'm also gonna say this: Bortles, I think, has lost 3 receivers at some point, like, to injury during the season.
In the season opener, Allen Robinson is his best receiver.
Yeah,
I like his running game. I like the Jaguars' running game. Like,
yeah.
If the Eagles had the 4th pick in the NFL draft last year, like, would you think? Oh, looks like Arsenal scored. Arsenal scored.
Yep, that one definitely went in. The last time these two played, it was a scoreless draw.
Scoreless draw. Oh, okay. And just what were you saying about if you could have gotten Leonard Fournette over Dalvin Cook, would you have accepted Leonard Fournette over Dalvin Cook?
Wait, you're talking about this past draft, right?
Yeah, the past draft. If you had the chance to get Leonard Fournette over Dalvin Cook, would you get him?
If I had the 4th pick, if the Eagles had Jacksonville's pick, if I'm gonna be 100% honest, I would have probably wanted them to take Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah, I think they should have traded up to get him, because the Saints, they look like they can have both the offensive and defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so who are you picking in this game?
I'm picking Jacksonville. They're at home. I think
In the final game of the wild card round, the Saints, who are in the playoffs for the first time since 2013 and having a home playoff game for the first time since the 2011 season versus the Panthers. Like, for the Panthers, those division games matter a lot because the Panthers and Saints have the same record. It doesn't matter if like the Panthers would be 4-2 in the division and the Saints are 2-4. As long as you sweep the rivals, then you have the advantage over them no matter what. Unless for an example, like I remember the 2012 NFC South, Atlanta lost and beat everyone once. The Saints swept the Buccaneers swept the Panthers, and the Panthers swept the Saints. If all that would have happened, then it would have come down to victories over common teams. I'm sorry the point now. I'm liking the Saints to win this game, because even though they started out bad, they lost to Minnesota and New England, and then the Panthers beat those two teams, I'm still liking, I think the Saints weren't in rhythm in the first 2 weeks. Just imagine if they still had Adrian Peterson and they were using him as much as they're using Ingram and Kamara.
Yeah, and the Panthers have already beat them 3 times, or the Saints have already won twice. I think they can win again.
To my knowledge, for a team to be swept by a divisional rival in the regular season, but then beat that team in the postseason, that's only happened 4 times. 1969, Chiefs over the Raiders. 1998, Cardinals over the Cowboys. 2004, Vikings over the Packers. 2007, Giants over the Cowboys. So, it's going to be, Carolina I think has the better defense, but who would expect the Saints defense to be, the Saints defense to get this better after 3 straight 7-9 seasons with Manti Te'o and Marshawn Lattimore?
Te'o's been good in spots, but he hasn't been great. He's been a good piece, but not anything great. He slid to the 3rd round. There are times where I looked at him play and it's like he slid to the 3rd round for good reason.
Well, I thought he was the 2nd round. Was he? I think he was. Let me look that up real quick. The 2013 draft, it was one of the worst drafts, but even though if a draft is bad, doesn't mean it can't have a few good players, like Travis Kelce, DeAndre Hopkins, yeah, Manti Te'o was a 2nd round pick, the 38th pick in the draft.
They better charge Aiden Hazard for deceiving a match official like that. That was garbage. Arsenal just gave away a penalty.
Let me talk about the NFC South real quick. Last year, the AFC West was the best division, and also tied it up. And last year, the AFC West was the best division because at the point you had 3 teams in the AFC West had a 7-2 record. Denver only went 9-5 after 2-5. They went 9-7, but the Raiders and Chiefs both finished 12-4. But then the AFC West has gotten bad. Started out 5-0, but then lost 6-5. But they lost 6 of 7, and then they won their last 4 straight. South. I was predicting this was going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' year to win the division, have Jameis Winston join develop more into an elite quarterback. But right now, listen, he's a better quarterback than Marcus Mariota, but Mariota has the better team around him. The Titans have, what do you think? The Titans, they have a better offensive line than the Buccaneers do, but I used to think that the reason DeMarco Murray was bad in Philadelphia was because the Cowboys' offensive line made Murray look good. But no, it was because of Chip Kelly not using him right.
Very, very true.
Tennessee still has another good running back, Derrick Henry, the Heisman Trophy winner from Alabama. They say Alabama running backs aren't good, but that's only true for Trent Richardson. Mark Ingram he's having his best year ever. And Derrick Henry, I think, give him some more time to develop. And there was one Alabama running back that won an MVP, Sean Alexander.
Wait, I thought. Never mind. I think I have a different Sean Alexander. I thought he went to Virginia or something.
No, Sean Alexander went to Alabama.
Okay, so I was thinking of a different Sean Alexander. Okay.
All right. But let me finish by talking about the NFC South. Like, I was expecting the Saints to be in last because I kind of predicted there was going to be 3 NFC South teams in the playoffs, but I didn't know the Saints would be this good. I had the Buccaneers winning the NFC South. I thought Carolina was going to rebound after that disappointing 6-10 season last year. And Atlanta, they want vengeance on that 28-3.
Hey, can you sign out? I'm almost done with. I'm almost to this.
Okay. Until next time, everyone. My name is Green Draco 313. But wait, let me ask one last thing. Who are you picking, Saints or Panthers?
Saints.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll take on the final boss next time. This has been Dark Kirby 14. See you next time with more Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap.